The development of any nation depends on the transportation networks and the ways in which they are being maintained. For connecting the areas and maintaining smooth flow of traffic, the construction of new and developed roads are a must. The same will be achieved with the implementation of the Bharatmala project. Bharatmala Pariyojana is a new umbrella program for the highways sector that focuses on optimizing efficiency of freight and passenger movement across the country by bridging critical infrastructure gaps through effective interventions like development of economic corridors, inter-corridors and feeder routes, national corridor efficiency improvement, border and international connectivity roads, coastal and port connectivity roads, and greenfield expressways. The announcement of the mammoth scheme was done by Shri Nitin Gadkari in the presence of the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. The total investment for 83,677 kilometers committed to new highways is estimated at 5.35 lakh crore rupees, making it the single largest outlay for a government road construction scheme. The plan envisages the construction of 83,677 kilometer roads, including 34,800 kilometers of additional highways and roads across the country, apart from an existing plan of building 48,877 kilometers of new highways by the National Highway Authority of India. Bharatmala has synergy with Sagarmala. Bharatmala project will interconnect 550 district headquarters through a minimum 4-lane highway by raising the number of corridors to 50 and move 80% freight traffic to national highways by interconnecting 24 logistics parks, 66 intercorridors of total 8,000 kilometers, 116 feeder routes of total 7,500 kilometers, and 7 northeast multimodal waterway ports. The project will build highways from Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, and then cover the entire string of Himalayan states and then portions of borders of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar alongside Terai, and move to West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and right up to the Indo-Myanmar border in Manipur and Mizoram. Due to the sheer magnitude and spread of the scheme, it will be divided into 7 distinct phases.
Ashoka Buildcon Limited is proud of the fact that it has been part of the evolution of highway projects in India. In the mid-90s, when nation began to create world-class infrastructure, this is the time when Ashoka took up its first highway construction project. Today, as we see such amazing highways and expressways connecting the people in the country, we feel sense of gratification that some of these highway projects have been built by our team. Throughout this journey, Ashoka has been making its presence felt through speed and quality standards. We have set up several records in Indian highway sector and have also introduced several breakthrough construction methodologies that have now become norms in the industry. Besides speed and quality, we uphold workplace safety and environment protection as the guiding principles of our work culture. We are amongst the first construction company in India to have set up processes to reduce carbon footprint on this planet. Bharatmala project is a great initiative by Government of India, and we are happy to share that Ashoka is constructing 3,250 lane kilometers of highways under this banner. Continuing our tradition of building landmark projects, here too we are constructing an iconic bridge across River Narmada. This 8-lane extra-dose cable-stayed bridge is the first of its kind in India. Once completed, it will adorn the skyline of Narmada and will be symbol of India's progress and infrastructure development.
Serious Infra Projects is a fast-growing infrastructure company. We are doing 6-7 projects on the Bharatmala scheme. We have 2 on the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway and 1 in Amritsar Jamnagar. 2 are expected on the HAM and 2 more maybe on the EPC. We are a fast-growing company, A-rated, and we have completed about 3,000 kilometer lanes and about 21 projects so far. Serious Infra Projects is proud to be part of the nation building.
We at Dinesh Chandra R. Agrawal Infracon Private Limited are glad to be active participants of the Bharatmala projects. We are actively participating in various schemes from the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway to the Amritsar-Jamnagar Expressway, as well as various economic corridors and feeders of the Bharatmala, the ambitious Bharatmala scheme. It's one of the mega projects of the world that we are witnessing expressway and highway development at such a rapid scale. And we are actively participating in hybrid annuity mode and PPP, as well as design-build projects.
As of now, the first phase is under construction. National Corridors of India are 6 high-volume corridors, lane expansion to 6 to 8 laning, ring roads, bypasses and elevated corridors will be built in Bharatmala to decongest the national corridors. National Corridors Efficiency Program entails 5,000 km Phase 1 decongestion of 185 choke points by 34 6 to 8 laning, 45 bypasses and 28 ring roads of 6 NC. Economic Corridors of India or Industrial Corridors of India, 44 corridors, 26,200 kilometers were identified and 9,000 kilometers will be taken up in Phase 1. Northeast Economic Corridor will connect 7 state capitals and 7 multimodal waterways terminals on Brahmaputra on the Bharatmala route. The central government has plans of finishing the scheme within a span of 5 years. To finish the first phase in time, the respective department has made efforts to construct at least 18 kilometers of path on a daily basis. To beat the clock, continued efforts are being made to raise it to 30 kilometers per day. The total length of 34,800 kilometer highways will be constructed under Phase 1 by December 2022, including 24,800 kilometers of new highways and another 10,000 kilometers currently under construction remaining incomplete under NHDP. Under Phase 2, which is expected to be completed by 2024, there will be multimodal logistics parks. It will make current corridors more effective and will improve connectivity with the Northeast and leverage synergy with inland waterways.
These are mostly greenfield projects and land acquisition is also a problem. So we have designed most of the structures to be precast. So what we are doing is that practically on every 200-300 meters there is a culvert or a SUP or a VOP, which we are all executing in a precast form. So everything is casted in the central yard and then shifted to the sites. So this will ensure that the land acquisition does not create a problem for the execution and the pace. We have seen in the past, no matter how much you plan, there are so many surprises and changes which come, like changes in law, mining gets banned, or land acquisition gets delayed. So there is only one mantra: speed, speed, speed. So what we are doing is that whenever we get the opportunity, we are going at the full speed ahead. We are doing most of the material collection in stock. We are doing that all the execution is planned as much as possible so that we finish the projects at least 6 months before schedule. So there is time for any uncertainty or any risk so that we can capture that also and finish the project still in advance. We were taken by surprise in the second half of March and we had big plans for March because that's the financial year ending, but we couldn't have done anything and we took all precautions as soon as the pandemic was informed and the lockdown started. We arranged sufficient food for everybody at the sites. We arranged for their adequate safety and sanitation at the sites. And once it was possible for them to travel, we arranged passes for going and coming back both, and arrange transport for them also, so that people were available at the camp whenever work could be done. And we took all adequate care and proper precautions and went ahead whenever the opportunity came.
Most recently, we were able to accomplish a strategically important highway for the government and especially for the armed forces all along the Indo-Pak border. In the very difficult terrain and climate of the Thar desert of Rajasthan, where ambient temperature goes above 60 degrees Celsius and it goes below freezing in night, which is a nightmare for the people that actually live there, especially if you're not used to living there, which was the case for most of our people who were stationed there. And that's why we loaded extra machinery, extra manpower on the project, so that we could complete this project much ahead of schedule. Even in the COVID pandemic, we were able to ensure that a hindered supply chain would not delay the project. We ensured that the labor that's present on site and our DRA IPL family members who were present at site, they got hygienic, clean, residential facilities above all. Each of our campsite, there was a team of about 4 to 5 doctors who were present at site to immediately ensure everybody's health and do frequent health checkups. Now, this goes a long way into just showing our commitment to not just the performance of the company, but our commitment to the project. It's a very conventional philosophy of project first that is coming in place here, which we feel that is lacking in the industry these days. But we are happy that we are representing, we are putting a project before everything else.
We are looking forward to the success of Bharatmala project, and as one of the leading players in the industry, Ashoka Buildcon is committed to play its part in this mission.
One source will not be enough for funding a mammoth project. Thus, the government will have to depend on other sources for generating adequate money to meet the expenses. There is further emphasis on use of technology and scientific planning for project preparation and asset monitoring. Once completed, Bharatmala Pariyojana will certainly boost economic growth and help India prosper.